Okay, now I'm gonna go live. Hold on. Oh my God, it asked me to. Oh, I already added a title.
Come here, Jake. My crazy dog.
All right, let's see. Okay, why am I not going live?
It says it's live and record. Well, it still says preparing.
Oh, is that what it's saying?
It says live, but then next to it, it says preparing and recording on the top of my screen.
It doesn't let me go live. It says, check that your stream is connected and all required information is provided before going live. So that means that all right, I'm trying to, what's up here, I think. I don't know.
I'm going to go on Facebook and add a note real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
People are looking.
What's this? Log in to enable. No, I don't. I'm already logged in. Yeah, it's not letting me go live. Is it still saying that?
Yes.
Oh, it's saying preparing. I'm going on. Yeah, it's still saying preparing. It's not even. It won't. It's not going. It's not doing it. It's saying preparing. What? It's saying preparing. I don't know what the hell it's preparing for. No, it says see live preparing.
You be quiet, crazy dog. Come on. What are you doing?
I'm not on gaming. That's you. No, cross. Go down. Click out of there. Oh, it's not. See?
No, crazy. Come on. Come on. Just so you know, my hockey game comes on at 7.
I'm trying, Lisa. I'm trying.
It's okay.
All right, we canceled it. Down here.
Not in the right place.
It was in the right place. Go down. I was right there. And next. See?
Go live.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna type. I'm afraid to type.
Just hurry up and type something.
I'm just gonna put enter.
We're almost there.
That's okay.
Pick the title right now.
No, I'm gonna put the title. Click there. Down. Okay, now go. All right, Lisa.
Okay.
It's going.
Well, it says it's live on Facebook.
All right, all right. It says setting up your meeting, redirecting to Facebook Live page. Okay. All right. So, hello everybody. I'm
Hi,
gonna
everyone.
check on my phone just to make sure that it's that we're live. So guys, I'm just checking on my phone. Thank you for those that are watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry, kind of had difficulty for some reason. My thing said I was gaming, and I'm not gaming. I don't know what was that. Steve's like, "Why are you gaming?" I'm like, I was not on gaming, and so I'm gonna look on my phone too because if people ask questions, I could read them out to you. Okay, for some reason I can't find it. Can you see on the top, like if anyone's tuned in?
No, it doesn't say on my page.
It doesn't say on your page? Okay. With Shouty, I was able to see it. There we go. I can see it now. Okay. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Here we go. Oh, I have to lower this. Okay. So we have some viewers. Let's see. Shally, hey Shally, hi Colleen. Mom is watching. Hi Patty. Auntie Regina's watching. Hi Marianne. Let's see. Did I say Nancy's watching? No,
Yep.
Nancy's watching. She's from Maine. Thank you, Nancy, for watching. And remember, guys, share or start a watch party. I think Steve just started a watch party. So thank you for joining us on a Friday evening. I got baby, yay! But she's over there playing with the car that Grandpa bought her and put together. And so, right now I'm doing different days because of the training that I'm doing for the foster parenting that Steve and I are going to do for the migrant kids that come from the border. So that's why I couldn't do it yesterday. So it kind of worked out for me and it worked out for Lysa. Lysa, thank you so much for doing this on a Friday evening. I know you just got back we were in LA together for LCFA's Speakers Bureau, and then she went to Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Yes. So she's a busy woman, doing everything that she does for lung cancer while she herself, guys, is battling stage 4, but she's victorious. She's amazing. She's one hell of an advocate. I am so blessed to call her my friend, to call her my lung cancer sister. I met Lysa at my first Hope Summit. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was 2015, and we hit it off. And her mom, Paula, became my mom. Look who came to say hi.
Baby.
Hey, hi. Say hi to, that's Auntie Lysa.
Hi.
Lila, hi. Lila, hi, Auntie Lysa. How are you?
She made her cameo.
She just woke up from a long nap. So she's, and Lisa's been helping me. She's been doing this longer than I have, but she has helped me along the way. She has been not only a dear friend to me, but an inspiration. Her and Shally, and I know Shally's watching, I interviewed her 2 weeks ago, and them two ladies have been great to me. And so I just wanted to just put that out there. So, well, no further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Lysa. She is going to share her story and her amazing advocacy work. I can't even talk. And she's also going to share with us what gives her hope during this walk with lung cancer. So take it away, Lysa.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Everyone that knows me knows I am a crybaby. Juanita's trying to make me cry at the very beginning of this.
Sorry.
I was diagnosed with lung cancer almost 8.5 years ago, so September 2011. I had just turned 40 a few months before that. I was in pretty good shape, the best shape really that I'd been in my whole life. I was running and still working out all the time. I just graduated college at 40, was all excited to start my new career. And I had back pain for a few months beforehand, but as women, I think, first of all, we're super busy. So we just kind of, I don't have time for this kind of thing. And you try to ignore it. And I was getting massages, and I even went to a chiropractor and was icing it, and just really thought I'd pulled a muscle or kind of tweaked my back. So the pain got too bad to where I could no longer ignore it anymore. I'd actually had graduated and was back visiting my Aunt Regina, who's watching today, my mom, sister, and all her family. I was visiting them for a week in Kentucky before I started working, and it was at that point where I was like, I need to see a doctor, like something serious is really going on.
Mhm.
And called my mom crying from Chicago airport. Actually, I had a really long layover and was just like, I can't even walk through the airport. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And had to have someone push me in a wheelchair, which was a really humbling experience for me at the time. And the next morning, my mom and I went to the doctor, and after a ton of tests, and it was actually the ER doctor that came in and told my mom and I that I had lung cancer. And at that point, it already had spread to my spine. It was impinging on my spinal cord, so we had to do a surgery right away. Spent 12 days in the hospital, I think, the first time. Sorry, I apologize. My little dog's
That's
super,
okay.
he's scratching at the back door like nobody's.
No.
But yeah, so that just kind of started my journey. I've had quite a few surgeries. The cancer has caused a lot of other issues, so I've had to have a lot of surgeries to deal with that. I've had chemo, radiation. Very, very lucky. I'm ROS1 positive. I didn't know that for a year and a half after dying.
Wow.
Yeah, my doctor at the time, I thought I was getting good care. I liked her, and I didn't know very much either. So after connecting with other survivors online, I started learning about biomarker testing and how important that was. And I'd already started chemo at the time and was having a great response. So she's like, let's just kind of ride this out, you know, and see what happens. So I agreed to that, and then I had progression. And at that point, she just wanted to do another chemotherapy, and I was like, I need more than that. We need to find out exactly what's driving this cancer. So I did switch doctors. We had a couple biopsies, but they came back inconclusive. So he actually called the thoracic surgeon while I was in the office with him and said, hey, I've got this girl here. I think we need to have surgery to get to this tumor, because I'm pretty positive she has one of these driver mutations. You know, I fit that profile. So I was discovered as ROS1 positive, and super lucky and grateful that I responded for almost 5 years. It kept me NED before I had progression again. And we decided to add chemo because of many circumstances to the targeted therapy that I was on.
Mhm.
And I've been doing that for a year and 9 months now. So I still do chemo every 4 weeks.
Wow.
So it's a lot of stuff crammed into a lot of stuff in 8 years crammed into
Yes.
a few minutes.
So yes, guys. So Lysa responded very well to a targeted therapy, which the brand name is Xalkori, and so the generic brand is crizotinib. That helped me. I took that right after my chemo and radiation, so back in 2015. Lysa was on it for years. Mine's only lasted 3 to 4 months, and then I had progression, and then I had to switch. So everyone's body is different, but Xalkori is great for anyone that's ALK positive or ROS1. But Lysa, that was her miracle drug, and it kept her alive and well, as you could see, for many years. Where for me, it only lasted 3 or 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. So then, after you had being on crizotinib, and after you had the progression, there was no other targeted therapy for you, Lysa?
So ROS1 is pretty rare. So until recently, there wasn't a lot of research done on it. We got very lucky that they discovered that crizotinib worked well for ROS1, but was originally, in lung cancer, was originally being used for ALK positive patients. And so no one was really studying us because we're such a small patient population. So now there is another drug approved for ALK called lorlatinib that is effective, not as fantastic as we would like, but about 30 to 40% of ROS1 patients. And that just depends on, without getting too complicated, it depends on what your path of resistance is, your new mechanism of resistance. So how these targeted therapies work, for some of you that might not be aware that are watching, they're not a cure. We will be on a treatment for the rest of our life.
Yes.
And cancer is very smart. It's kind of, if you think about the flu, virus, how every year they have to create a new flu vaccine because that virus becomes smart and learns to work around that vaccination. Well, cancer is kind of the same way. It finds a way around these drugs that we take, and eventually we do have progression again, and we need to find a new drug. So unfortunately, I don't have one specifically for ROS1. There is another one that's still in trials. It just started phase 2 trial that so far looks pretty hopeful, but it's a scary place to be in, to know that you don't have a whole lot of options
Right.
out there, and you just hope that science and research stays ahead of your disease.
Exactly. So then now you take chemo, you said every 4 weeks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, she is on the old good fashioned chemotherapy every 4 weeks. And, but you know what? She looks great. She works out. I mean, she works out than me, to be honest. I'm like, oh, over here with the crappy weather, I'm always, closing the gym. She's in Las Vegas, so she has beautiful weather. So she works out, she stays active, and she's a very positive person. Lysa, so because you're ROS1 in a small percentage, tell the audience, the people that are watching, the group, the Ross Wonders. Tell us about that.
So at one of the Hope Summits in 2015, there were 5 Ross Wonders there. And that was the first time we had that many in person, that we'd actually met in person before. We'd all only been talking online.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty exciting just to meet 5 other people, like your people in person. And a lot of them were even much younger than me, were diagnosed in their early 30s. And Tori in particular had 3 very young kids. And we were all kind of desperate, and Tori was asking the question, what can we do? What can we do to help drive research? And several of them see Dr. Camage as their oncologist or know him, and they had a conversation with him, and it kind of started from there. He said, we need to get the patient population together first. So that's where our Facebook group started originally, was let's try and gather as many ROS1 patients together as we can. Mm-hmm. And just like in ALK, they've discovered these mutations across cancers. So they're not specific to just lung cancer. ROS1 is actually found in I'm not sure if it's 8 to 10 other cancers. So they're starting to target these cancers by their driver. So mm-hmm. They're targeting ROS1 or ALK cancers, regardless of where they start in your body. So we have several people in our group that have other types of cancers. Some of them are moms that have children, very young kids in our group. And we have now over 500 people in our group, which is
awesome.
Yeah, considering we're such a small percentage. And I believe we're in over 20, I just did a presentation, I think 28 different countries. So yeah, awesome. It's international. And over in China, they have their own large group. The Netherlands and Germany, even Australia, they're all starting their own groups. So it's really exciting to see these patients come together, not just for support, but we're sharing information that otherwise some of these patients would never get.
Right. And so the group, she's ROS1, so they're called the Ross Wonders. I thought that was great. Now, Lysa, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys were the first to start the group. Am I right?
Yes. We were the first oncogene patient group, yes.
Yes. And so they came up with the Ross Wonders, and I thought that was great. Well, I'm ALK positive. There's nothing great about that. We're just ALK positive. And then you have
but people didn't like that.
I know, right? And it's like, okay, can we be creative here, like the Ross Wonders? And then you have another mutation, EGFR, and they're the EGFR resistors.
Yep.
And then now KRAS kickers, right? Did I say right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So KRAS is another gene mutation. They're a small percentage. And Terry started the group, and so it's called KRAS kickers. And I was like, oh my God. And so all these groups and these they come up with these unique names, and we're ALK positive. That's all. ALK positive, guys.
I have to have a shout out. Melissa Krause started a group. They're the RET Renegades. So that's
that's right. I forgot about that. Yes. There's another one, RETs, the RET Renegades. See, all these unique, they come up with these neat, names, and we're ALK positive. Nothing We should just call ourselves the Alkies, like alcoholics. I think that would just, we'll probably get more attention. I don't know.
I think you used to. Originally, they were called the Alkies, but a lot of people didn't like that name, I guess.
Okay, man, life is short. Get a grip. Have some sense of humor. It's not that serious. That's just me. Come on, let's have fun with this. Yes, I forgot. They what?
I like the Alkies. I thought it was
And
kind
so
of
did I. I love the Alkies. Let me see. Okay, I just want to make sure. If you guys have any questions, because I have my phone next to me. So if you guys have any questions for Lysa, type them in the comments. I will read them to her and she'll answer them. So just so you guys know, whoever's watching, the viewers. And if even though you're not a lung cancer survivor or you don't know anything about lung cancer, ask questions. It doesn't hurt to be somewhat educated, and we both can answer, because you never know who you'll run into that says, oh, I have lung cancer, and you could say, oh, wait a minute, I know who you could talk to. Lysa's ROS1. If you ever come across someone that was just diagnosed with lung cancer and their gene mutation is ROS1, you remember this video and you say, okay, and you want to get a hold of Lysa because she does a lot of presentation. Her group, they started ROS Wonders and does a lot of presentation and does a lot of advocacy work, not only for ROS1, but also for lung cancer. So Lysa, share with us your advocacy work, because you do a lot and you're just amazing when it comes to it.
Real quick too, we do have a website for ROS1 if
Okay.
you know anyone wanted more information. It's ros1cancer.com, and we have a closed Facebook group too. A lot of the Facebook groups, patient groups that we've created, they're all private, so you can find them, but no one can see what is posted outside of them. It's a safe place where you can share your fears, your experiences, and help educate other people. So
that's great. So there you have it, guys.
Our little plug.
Yeah.
Advocacy. So it was probably about 1.5 years before I really did anything, kind of got connected. My mom originally found a walk for the American Lung Association in my town. That was the only organization that really had a presence in my city. So my family, we all did a walk, and they asked me to speak. And I had already learned quite a bit at that point about the discrepancies in research funding, which was something that really upset me. And they kind of helped give me a platform on how to share my story, how to help raise awareness, and promoting awareness for lung cancer while at the same time promoting their events. So I was kind of their go-to promo person. I did all their live news promotions and stuff for like all their walks, and we have a Scale the Stratosphere thing here. It's just one of their biggest fundraisers in here. And then I got in touch with their national office in DC, and that was my first experience of really lobbying, for lack of a better word, on the Hill and talking to our representatives and just sharing our story and telling them how important, that it really is, that we need more dollars for research. And many people aren't aware that lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer. And in regards to the number, or in relation to the numbers, we get very small amount of funding from the government.
Yes, we do.
So that's why all these fundraisers that we do through these other organizations are so important, by raising personal dollars, because we need that money. Those dollars go a long way into funding research, and people like Juanita and I need that research so we can keep living our babies and grandbabies.
Yes.
So that's something that's really become a passion of mine, is the research funding. But there's so many other avenues. There's a lot of great organizations. I've worked with a lot of them together. And Lung Cancer Foundation of America is, not only are they just wonderful people that run the organization, their heart is truly in it. They invest so much in us as their speakers bureau to make sure that we feel fully prepared in anything that we might be doing out, in the media. And they feed us great food and take us to the beach. So they're pretty awesome.
That is so true.
Yeah, they're great, and we have a lot of fun too. It's also great to always connect with your other, brothers and sisters in this space. So working with pharma, I really enjoy working with pharma, and some people people have mixed emotions about
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceutical companies. They're only in it for the money. Of course, they're a business. But people don't realize, too, that only 10% of trials ever leave the lab and get tested in people. So they're investing millions, probably billions of dollars sometimes into drugs that never even make it to market. And I think they really do, at least the people that we've worked with in the
Yeah.
advocacy space, really do care about us as well.
Yeah, they do.
Some people kind of feel like we're just the token patient to
Mm-hmm.
feel like, they can say we've had a patient's perspective. But the ones that I've worked with, I really have had a good experience with them. I don't even know where else I've kind of dipped my foot in everywhere. That's one
Yeah,
thing I
you do.
say. If you don't know where to start with advocacy, just start somewhere. If
Yeah.
that's something that interests you. In the beginning, I just said yes, 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 and tried everything. And then I realized fundraising's not for me, or, I don't really like doing that. And then you kind of, feel where you fit the best, or
Right.
where you want to spend your energy and time, because it is limited. And where you think you can make the biggest difference.
Exactly. So yeah, Lysa and I, like I said earlier, we were in LA. We just got back. And it was for Lung Cancer Foundations of America. We're under Speakers Bureau, and that's what they do. They take us out there, like it should. They feed us good. But it was such a great workshop. It was such an amazing workshop. And one of our lung cancer sister, Patty, was there, and she wasn't feeling well. And I'm not gonna lie, I was so worried about her. I thought it was cancer related. So I messaged her. I'm like, honey, how are you? She goes, I got the flu. And then I went from worried to, what? I sat next to you. What do you mean you got the flu?
Yeah, I know. Everyone else, she was like, don't hug me, I don't feel good. I was like, I don't care, give me a hug.
Yeah, me too. And then I was like, and so I came back tired, Lysa. So I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, oh my God, I got the flu shot, but I can't get sick. And so my oncologist ended up giving me, which I keep forgetting to go pick up, Tamiflu. She goes, take it just in case. And I keep forgetting to pick it up. So she prescribed me Tamiflu just in case, so I wouldn't get sick, because I was sitting next to Patty for the podcast. And I was like, what? You got the flu? What the hell, Patty? I sat next to you. Oh my God, it's hilarious. But it was a great workshop. I got to see, my lung cancer sisters, people from the staff from LCFA. Oh my God, they're wonderful. I love them dearly. They're just so great. They're good to us. And then, also Lysa and I were on lung cancer. Let me see if I can remember this. Lord, I'm in so many things I can't remember. Lung cancer patient. Oh shoot. For the pharma, the group that we're on for the pharma. What is it called?
Like a patient advisory board.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. See, I can't think. So Lysa and I are on that one as well. And we go to New York. I cannot talk today, every year. So last time we were in New York, we shared a big slice of New York pizza. And it was.
Did. I got crap for calling it a piece of pizza. I'm from the West Coast, guys. I said, people were like, a piece, that's a slice. I was like, oh, sorry.
I remember you said that. But yeah, so it was Steve and I, Lysa and mom, her mom. I call her mom. And so we shared that pizza. And then Steve's cousins that live in New York, they got their own. So after we ate a big dinner, right? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we went to Cajun Sea, and Lysa and mom loved it. That's our favorite restaurant. After we picked out, we went and got a slice of pizza. So there you go. That's why Juanita has gained weight, because when I go, I eat and eat and eat anywhere I go. But yeah, so
it's hard not to eat when you travel too, to experience
exactly
our culture,
Yeah, and so like Lysa said, she's pretty much everywhere and everything, and so am I. And it's because our passion. It's because we want to make a difference. And just like, and I know Lysa will agree with me, I want to leave a legacy. I want my granddaughter, Leanna, to say, my grandma did that. Or my kids too. I want my kids to say, my mom did that. But I want Leanna to grow up and says, my grandma had something to do with that. She was a part of that. She made a difference. And because of my grandma's advocacy work and all her lung cancer brothers and sisters, they left this earth, but because of them, they're living longer. It became a chronic disease. There's more awareness. they stopped the stigma, they educated people. And so, and that's why I do it. And I do these videos because I want people, like Lysa and my community, my lung cancer community, and to educate not only newly diagnosed lung cancer survivors, but any cancer survivors or any newly diagnosed cancer patients, and people that just might be going through something, and they can see these videos and say, you know what, if Juanita and Lysa could live with lung cancer and be kick-ass girls and do what they do, and I'm over here crying over this or that's, that I could do it too. And it's just to give you guys hope. To give us hope that no matter what life throws at you, brush it off, wipe your tears, get up, and move forward, no matter what. It doesn't have to be cancer. And so that's why I do this. So this is a passion of mine. But I love going to up to the Capitol and talk. I went with Lysa in July, and I came back sick, and I texted her because I sat next to her at the air. Remember? And I came home with a fever, and I ended up in the ER here, and I had to cancel my trip to the Elk Summit with Crystal because I was so darn sick. And I text Lysa, I go, are you sick? And she goes, no one got sick but me. Okay, yeah, Juanita. But that was my first time, and the best experience I had is going up to the Capitol and pounding my hand on there and says, we need more funding.
Yeah.
Listen to us. We want to live too. It was amazing. And I'm going to do it this year, and I'm taking Steve. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It's empowering. I think a lot of people think it might be intimidating to go up, and sit in your representative's office. We don't always meet with them. Sometimes you meet with their legislative health assistant, but they are super knowledgeable and know exactly where their boss's stances are on different issues, and they really do care. Sometimes the first time I went up there, I thought, oh, they have a million other things to do. They're going to be like, oh, I got to meet with these lung cancer people today, and they'll give you a couple minutes. But they actually sit if they have the time. They ask you questions, and don't think they're, just trying to kick you out the door. So it's a way that you feel like you can have a little bit of say so. Of course, they don't always listen, and they don't. They don't act fast enough for us, but we're still up there. We're going to keep on their door until we get the results we want. So.
Exactly. So guys, that's why we do it, because we live with it and we know the importance of it. Like, right before Thanksgiving, when I was told that I had brain mets, and brain met is, it metastasized to my brain. So with lung cancer, it loves to go, to the brain. And so after, being NAD or NED, or, it's no evidence of disease for, I made the 4-year mark. To be clear, Ned, to receive that news, it was devastating, because I literally walked around, cancer is never going to come back. No. But the reality is that it will come back. So I'm still taking the same medication to just monitor it. But, also too, my faith in God has got me through. Lysa is a woman of God. She's a faithful woman. Her faith in God has got her through. We talk about lung cancer, but we also talk a lot about God and what He's done for us, how He's blessed us. Her and Mom are just amazing. The first time I met him, I think we sat, or maybe the second summit I went to, it was Mom and Lysa, me and Stephen, and that's what we talked about, was God and our faith, and what He'll do for us. And basically we're just like ministering each other, and it was wonderful. So that has helped us get through this crazy journey with lung cancer. But Steve said, you guys are amazing. Thanks, babe. I love you. Joan Baker, she says, I have lung cancer, but she has small cell lung cancer. She says, how do you know if you have a mutation? I don't think small cell has mutations, right?
They generally don't.
Okay.
But I'm not sure where you live, Joan, or if you where you're at in your whole treatment process. But there's generally not mutations in small cell. They tend to be in non-small cell. But they do have some new treatment options, which are great, that I believe were just approved last year for small cell cancer. reach out to me if you have any questions. If you're not already connected in a lung cancer community, we have some online that I can share with you that you can get connected with. But yeah, help you find your people, and that's a place where you can talk to them about treatment options or what to ask your doctor or how you deal with the side effects, and just to have overall support too.
Yes. And also, Joan, I know there is a group for small cell lung cancer. One of my Chicago sister, her name is Mary. She has small cell, and she went with us in last July, to the Capitol. And she was in my group because they combine Indiana and Illinois. And so, Joan, after the interview, reach out to me, and then I'll give you Mary's information, and you could reach out to her, and she could, tell you. I know both, but I know more non-small cell. And of course, I know more about ALK, and she knows about ROS, but we're here to help you. And also, I know that people are commenting on the comments for you. So yeah, just reach out to Lysa or Nia, and I could put you with Mary. And Mary's very knowledgeable because she has small cell. Auntie Regina said, Lysa and Juanita are both so inspiring. Thank you.
Love you, Nina.
And Patty goes, I didn't know I had the flu till I came back to Atlanta. I know that, Patty. Don't yell at me.
You feel so bad. We could tell you were not feeling good.
I know. I was so worried about you, honey, but I hope you're feeling better. So after the show, message me and let me know that you're feeling better. You must be, because you're watching us, and I hope you're not yelling at me. No.
I think she gave it to her husband, she told me.
Okay. Oh, and then Janice, she's from Canada. She said that she sent Joan a message. So thank you for helping her out there. Yeah, but Lisa's right, because I even knew that for small cell, there's really no mutation. And yeah, chemotherapy does work best. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, guys, look on my page. I thought I shared something with small cell, an article that came up, and I shared it. I'm almost certain I did. So, Joan, if you look through my Juanita's Fight Against Lung Cancer and look for that article, I'm almost certain I did. So you want to read that, and then when you go see your oncologist, you want to bring that up as well. So yeah, let's see. Any other questions? No, I'm just making sure I didn't forget anybody. Oh, one of my church sister, she's watching. She said, education is good. Yes, it is, honey. Because I talk about it a lot. I don't try to, well, I do and I don't, but at church, I just try to keep it, like, yeah, okay, and try to educate them. But, I try not to, because I'm there just to, get fed and, hear the word. And so, and I try not to make it about me. There's other people in the church that has other issues, and if I could help them out, I would. So I'd rather hear their story and help them out than just what's going on with you? I'm fine. What's up with you? I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm good. God got me, just like they say. So
one thing I wanted to say, you were kind of saying earlier, of course we have our moments, when we break down and we cry and we lose it, and but it's okay to have your pity party for a minute. But I think finding whatever it is for you that motivates you, your
yes.
kids, your job, your dog. My dog, if you can't hear him, he's going
he's crying.
It's relentless, that little guy. But one thing I want to say though is, like, we all have our stuff, right? We all have our own crap that we're going through, and it doesn't have to be a disease. It can be something as small as, I don't know, I have gout. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? But whatever it is that just really is a burden to you, and something that really affects your life. And I think sometimes people that have other things, our friends and our family, that they're going through, they don't always want to share that with us, because my cousin actually texted this to me one time. I was texting her and asking her how she was doing, and she doesn't complain to me ever. And we're not super close. I mean, we didn't grow up together. We grew up in different states. We tried to stay close as we, saw each other a few times as we got older. But, I was like, how are you really doing right now? And she kind of said a little bit, but then she's like, oh, but it's nothing compared to what you're going through. And all I thought was, I don't want her to feel like she can't talk to me or she can't vent or complain or whatever it is
Yeah.
because, oh, but you have cancer, I just have this. And without sharing what she has, not that I think she would care, but she has a disease that can be quite debilitating and very different and challenging from one day to the next. And
Mm-hmm.
I think she's amazing for dealing with the things that she has to deal with. And I feel like sometimes people don't want to share those things with us, even just as our friend, because they're like, oh, I don't want to complain. It's nothing compared to what you're going through.
Right. Yeah.
Some crap, and nobody's crap is worse, than the others. It's still very real to you. And I just want to remind people that we still want to be here for our friends and our family and vent and
Mhm.
cry away if that's what you need to do, but sometimes I feel like they hold that back sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they do because they feel like maybe, well, they already have enough on their plate. I don't want to burden them. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I like to hear people's story, and then just talk to them, and because it's not always about us guys. It's not always about me. It's not always about Lysa. It's not always about our lung cancer journey. I like to hear about other things and just maybe give my advice or even just pray for you because we all need prayer. I mean, so many people have prayed for me. So many people have prayed for Lysa. And we pray for each other. And yes, prayer works. So maybe just share your story or call me, says, Juanita, I'm really going through something. And don't say, oh, I don't want to bother you. Don't worry about it. I have lung cancer. I'm living. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying my grandbaby. I'm traveling. I'm doing everything that I want to do. And then some. And very blessed. Talk to us. We're here, whatever the case might be. If you need prayer, please call me. I love to pray for people. If it's not over the phone or, hey, even if you shoot me a text, I'm going through something, please pray for me. Girl, I'll put my phone down and believe it or not, I'll start praying. That's just me. I mean, I'm not going to do it in the middle of the grocery store, but I'm going to come home and pray for you. There people, there's still people out there that look at you like, oh, what's she doing? Is she crazy? She's just praying in the middle because they don't understand, our faith, the love that we have for God, so don't feel that way, towards us. We're here. And we don't only just go through lung cancer, we go through other things too.
Yeah.
Lisa goes through other things. I go through other things, it could be with my kids, it could be, I, had to deal with my depression when I lost my mom. So it wasn't only lung cancer, it was the loss of my mom. And I really, went depressed. So we're here for you. Just, that's what, we're just saying. So Lysa, during your walk with lung cancer, this crazy journey that we go through, what gives you hope? And what can you give our viewers that might be struggling with hope? What advice can you give them?
Mm. I think different things at different points in your journey, give you hope. In the beginning, it was just that I was able to eat and not feel sick. It was like,
Yes.
oh, I felt good today. That gave me hope that maybe tomorrow I'd feel good too, So
Right.
sometimes it has to be something very small. But honestly, for me, research to know that we have been honored to meet so many great researchers and clinicians on this
Mm-hmm.
journey because of the conferences we go to or the advocacy work. I have met top doctors in this country that I never would have had access to before. And knowing that these brilliant minds really are working very hard every
Yeah.
day in a lab where they probably don't talk to people sometimes all day long, really trying to find new treatments for us and discover, why the cancer behaves the way it does. And that is something that I really, that really makes me hopeful. But also I think just the connections in our lung cancer community, seeing other people doing well, knowing that when someone was told they were, this is it, I'm sorry, there's nothing else we could do for you. And then within a week, there's like, hey, you know what? We've got this drug, let's try it. And they're here years later. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's miraculous sometimes, but it really is all based on research. And as far as my disease, that's what gives me hope and keeps me going every day, to knowing that we're just on the verge of another breakthrough, you know, and that's all we're doing is we want to buy time, right? We just want to buy time until that next breakthrough comes along. So I just stay hopeful that it's right around the corner.
All right. And that's, there you go. Just stay hopeful, guys. There's something for everyone out there, even for us. I'm hopeful that we'll get a cure one day. Would it be in my lifetime? Who knows?
Yeah.
But at least I know that we're going to leave that legacy behind.
Absolutely.
You know? Yes. It's so, you know, and like Lysa, you mentioned something earlier really quick. Yeah, a lot of people are not big fans of pharma. I get it. You know, I do. I get it. But guys, truly, Lysa and I are on like a committee with a big pharmaceutical company. You know, back in November, I shared my story at another big pharma company, and sharing my story and sitting there, Steve and I, and talking to the other committee that Lysa and I are on. And we got to know these people. They do care. And that opened up my eyes because there's so much negativity. And, you know, I don't, you know, some of you guys out there might not agree with Lysa and I, that's fine, you know, but I've sat with them. I've talked to them. We have. They really do care. They genuinely care for us. And they do work hard to try to find better treatments for us. That's why funding, you know, donation is so important, guys. You know, and I say this in all my videos. You could donate as little as $5, but trust me, that's $5 will go a long way. You know, if we all just donate $5, $10, trust me. LCFA, longevity, all these bigger lung cancer organizations, their money does go for research, guys. Trust me, because of it, Lysa and I are living longer. So, oh, baby's back. Hi. Give grandma a kiss. I love you. And so, you know, seriously, it does go for research, and we need it so desperately. So, you know, if you can find it in your heart on your payday, hey, tax, you know, tax season, a lot of you got your tax money, any small donation, anything. You hit the lottery, please give us some money.
Hit the lottery.
Give us some money. Donate, you know, a couple grand would be nice. You know, I always said, Lysa, that if I ever win the lotto, that I would, I think I would start giving my, you know, like start an organization or partner up with someone and start giving money.
You're giving my stuff away, woman.
That ain't yours.
We are. Yes, we are. Half.
Yes. See? You know, yes, we are half. I would do it, you know, give money to these young investigators so they could continue doing research for us. Oh yeah, I bet I would, with a heartbeat.
I talk about it all the time. We pre-spend our lottery money a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Research and owning a farm so I can have 1 million dogs.
There you go.
Following minors, yeah, those are our top 3 in our list. So.
Yeah. Well, mine would be, of course, you know, got to give to God. So I would do something to help the needy, you know, in my church. Of course, lung cancer, partner with somebody or do something. And girl, I have to buy my dream homes in my favorite places so I can have a place to go vacation.
Somewhere
so yeah, I got that set up too. But yes, guys, if you know, LCFA is a great organization. You could go to their website. Let me see if I'm going to say this right because I get it wrong. LCFamerica.org. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Yes.
You could go to their website. They do give a lot of money to these young investigators for research. Longevity, I think is .org. They're another great organization. Go to Foundation is another great organization. And there's another one, lung cancer. I'm horrible with this.
Lung Cancer Research Foundation.
There you go. Thank you. That's another great one. So they do, you know, invest in these young investigators so they could continue their research so we could live longer. So please consider it. I would, you know, Lysa and I would greatly appreciate it. You're helping us live longer. You're helping me to see my beautiful granddaughter right here, so I could see her grow up, see her, graduate high school, grow old, and see me. Oh, thank you. She's giving me the lay. Thank you, mamas. You want to go? You want to say hi to Auntie Lisa? No? She said no.
That's
Oh, she's
okay.
waving. You can't
Maybe
see her, but she's
okay.
waving. You want to say? Okay, you want to lay back? Okay, fine. Here you go. I'm so sorry. So yes, guys, when even in your local areas, if you see a walk, you don't have to go walk, but if you could donate something, and it's for lung cancer. Trust me, it does go for research, and it's so important to us. Lisa wants to see her daughter get married. Her daughter's in college. She wants to see her get married and meet her grandbabies. So make that happen. Help us out. Help us bring awareness. Help us with donation. We matter too. And if anyone out there, Lisa mentioned earlier about, doing advocacy work, start somewhere. You could start by sharing your story with me on these Facebook Live or Zoom, and then stream on Facebook Live videos. And then I do put them on YouTube. So if you know of anyone that was just diagnosed and doesn't have Facebook, send them to my YouTube channel. They're all on there. The first ones are very echoey and very staticky. We didn't know what we were doing because it was Facebook Live. But now I got Zoom, so this is much better. But yeah,
Say hi,
hi, sweetheart.
Hi. He finally gave up the door. I
He's
wouldn't let him
so
out.
cute. Look
He's
at him. See, I can't do that with Chemo, Lisa. Chemo's a nut. He's a hyper dog. Yeah.
We call him Sybil. He's like crazy. He's OCD. We don't know what happened to him before we got him. But he's
Oh my
also super
goodness.
cuddly. He'll lay with me on the couch for days after chemo, and
Oh, that's nice.
he's a
Because
good
he
pug.
knows.
Yeah.
They know. They do. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching. I know Lisa has something to watch, and she warned me already.
Golden Knights are getting ready to play, guys. Go Knights, go!
Yes, so she's gonna get ready to watch her game. But Lisa, thank you so much for doing this. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for giving us, great information. You're an amazing friend, a sister, and a great advocate, and I'm very blessed to be advocating next to you. I learned from you guys because you guys are more advanced than me, but I'm getting there. I'll get there. And it was great. It was so good seeing you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So much. We appreciate it, and I think it's awesome what you're doing, sharing stories and letting people use their voice, and
Yes.
share what's important to them. So
Yes, so thank you. Auntie Regina said, great job, ladies. Thank you, Auntie. I'll be calling your family mom, auntie. Pretty soon. So then I'll be seeing you in April.
Yes.
I'll see you in April and can't wait. Nancy said, thank you both for this interview. You're welcome, Nancy. Marianne said, thank you. She said, thank you, Lisa. Marianne from Canada.
Oh, hi, Marianne. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, and hope to see you, Marianne, in DC in April. It's going to be fun and great. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm going to have my boot camp class, so you guys better be ready to work out.
I better get on it. I need to get back in shape before taking your classes. Holy moly.
Oh, I know, right? And Mom said, I love you too. And I love you too, Mom. Thank you for letting me call you Mom. Love you dearly. And I'll see you in April as well. And we'll have to go have, a glass of wine or something together. I know it gets so busy that it's, we're everywhere and it's hard. But we got to make time to at least sit down and be like, oh, how's your day going? So thank you guys for watching. Share this, help us bring awareness, help us educate people, start a watch party like my husband did. And again, if you are a lung cancer survivor or a cancer survivor, any kind of cancer, you want to share your story, please be that voice. Let's bring awareness, not only to lung cancer, but any cancer. And again, thank you. I love you. Enjoy your game. I'm going to eat my dinner and enjoy Liana.
All right. Good night. Love you.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Now I gotta go here. Oh, wait. Okay, how do I end live, babe?
What?
Where?
In Zoom.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still live. Hi, everyone.
Okay. Stop recording.
Hey.